Good morning. Today we are going to see the topic requirement analysis in software engineering principle. Before that, we should know what is software engineering. So, software engineering is a design ethics to define a software. So, which is used for creating a project. So, under that, the main thing is requirement analysis. So this requirement analysis will define what is the exact need of the customer. So the customer will specify what is the actual requirement for the product. For example, if I want to create, the customer needs a student database management. So they need student personal details should be maintained, and student mark details, and student sports details, or any other what is that certificate related details, and other details apart from studies academic details. The student information will be maintained, marks details separately, personal details separately. So this is the exact need of the customer. So the customer will define what is the need of the particular project. So this requirement will define what is the specification of the project. So this requirement analysis will define whether this requirement specification is correct or not. So the requirement should be validated, that should be have the completeness, consistency, clarity and correctness. The requirement should contain completeness. So what is completeness now? This should include all the possible expectations of the behavior of the system. So this will include all possible scenario that should be described, including the exceptional behavior. That is, even we are not expecting that, we have to define the behavior that is called as exceptional behavior, that is called as completeness. The requirement specification is consistent. So what is consistent means, this should not contradict to itself. Once we have defined, that should not, we should not change the requirement. So that is called as consistent. The requirement should not change during the development of the project. The requirement specification should be unambiguous. Unambiguous in the sense, it should not have any error. So it should have the exact need of the particular project, and the specification should be correct. So accurately what exactly the system need, that should be defined correctly. Second one is, the requirement specification should be realism, verifiability, and it should be a traceability. So it should have the traceability. So requirement specification is realistic, so it should not be imaginary. So the requirement should be defined what can be done exactly. So if you can tell the example, student database management that can be done. If we could not say that the specification which cannot be created by the program. So that is called as, the requirement should be realistic, and the requirement specification is verifiable. So we can able to verify it, that is the test. We can able to test the specification whether the requirement is satisfied or not. The requirement specification is traceable. So traceable means, throughout the software development, the requirement should be able to traceable. That is, it should be satisfied in each phase of the software development. So that is called as traceable. So this requirement specification will be satisfy this greenfield engineering, re-engineering and interface engineering. So greenfield engineering means, we are going to start from the scratch. The system is, we are going to create from the beginning. So that is, no prior system is available for this requirement. So that is called as greenfield engineering. We are going to develop the particular system from the scratch. That is called as greenfield engineering. re-engineering, it is redesign the already existing project. So already if you are having the student database, it only maintains the personal information of the student. Now I want to add a mark details of the student. So already the system is existing, in that I am going to include the module which is used for maintaining the student marks. So that is called as re-engineering. Interface engineering is a redesign of the user interface of an existing system, which means already I have created a software in VB.NET. So now the customer is need that software in a ASP.NET. So we are going to create the same software in a different language, means that is called as interface engineering. So this all these requirements should be satisfied by the requirement specification. So once again I will summarize what is requirement specification. So what are the exact need of the customer, that will be defined by the requirement specification. The requirement specification should be provide the completeness, consistency, clarity and correctness. So complete, the requirement should be complete, means it should include all possible scenarios of the particular system, and consistent during the development of the project. The requirement should not change. Unambiguous, it should, the requirement should be don't have any errors. And correct, the requirement should be in a defined in a correct manner without any clarity. The developer should be able to define create the particular project. So this requirement should be realistic, and it should be verifiable, and it should be traceable. So the requirements can be started from the scratch, or it can be re-engineering, or it can be a interface engineering. So we have to follow all these things while defining the requirement specification. Once we have clearly defined the requirement specification, then we can go for the designing. Thank you.